Can you prove God? Dawah boys Ali Dawah and Mohammed Hijab seem to think so. Peace family, peace. And today I'm going to be reviewing one of my most famous religious debates with Mohammed Hijab and Ali Dawah. Now, this debate took place in 2016. It's been quite a popular one amongst people who, like to debate religion and theology, atheism, agnosticism. It was actually in a place called Hyde Park, Speaker's Corner, a place where I used to attend every Sunday for, a few years, and we used to have like religious debate. In this debate, it was interesting the things that were going on that you didn't see. Let's see how we all did.
What's your evidence?
No, hang on.
I have to talk about the evidence.
Do you know what a belief is?
You tell me.
Okay, so a belief is something that you don't know. You do know that, right? It's based on faith, not based on something that you know. Do you know what something that you know is? Okay, so do you know you're here, or do you believe you're here?
So I asked Ali Dawah, does he know what a belief is? Just to kind of, set the boundaries and limitations of the actual parameters of the debate. It didn't seem like he knew what a belief was. So let's read the definition of what a belief actually is. A belief is an acceptance that something exists or is true, especially one without proof. So that's the definition of a belief. So I understood that a belief is not necessarily something that you can prove. It's something that you accept to be true and you accept exists, but you don't have any proof for it. I don't think he quite got it.
No, because
what you're doing now,
about a belief.
What you're doing now is
so we know the foundation of what a belief and a knowing is. Because you're telling me that I need evidence for a belief. I don't need evidence for a belief.
Okay, all right. If you don't need evidence for a belief, what is your belief? Don't tell us the evidence now.
So I don't have the, no, hang on.
Okay.
Understand, I just want you to understand something.
Yeah.
If I tell you that I believe in aliens,
Yes.
right? You said to me, you have to have it. I want to know the evidence for that. A belief is subjective. Do you understand?
It can be.
No, a belief is subjective. Meaning, if I believe there's a woman that's beautiful, that's the way I look at her, right? That's my belief. You may say she's ugly, right? So it's subjective, meaning, depending on the subject we're talking about, two people can view it the same. Now, we can't determine whether or not, differently. We can't determine whether or not the woman's ugly or beautiful, can we?
Well, to be honest, it is subjective. I understand where you come from.
Right, so a belief is subjective also.
Okay.
Because you believe in something,
yes.
right?
Yes.
But a Christian won't believe in the same thing.
I would say what I believe, I have evidence. But then again, we're going to come there. So I'm saying, stick here, I'm going to come to you. We always talk about what I believe, the evidence, God, the Quran, evidence.
So you have evidence?
I believe I do.
So you can prove you're God?
Yes, I can.
No one, to my knowledge, has been able to prove God objectively yet, but Ali Dawah seems very confident that he can actually prove God. Can he?
So see, I surprised you. Drink some water and answer me, please, yeah? I want to know your theology. What do you believe in? You say you speak to your ancestors. Yeah, you believe in energy.
What do
you believe you're superior. So, because that's why your name is Steve.
Which one?
You changed it to Sarah. Why Sarah and not Steve? Because Steve sounds a bit...
Which question do you want answered first?
First one, what is it? Okay, you have evidence. What is it? You believe in aliens? What is it? Tell us.
I believe in myself, first and foremost. Time, we give time energy.
That doesn't make sense.
Who creates time?
I'm just saying, is time got energy or not?
No, but who creates time?
Has time got energy?
No, who creates time?
It's not created.
Okay.
So we don't create time?
You don't believe so you don't
believe that time is a concept?
No, they can come into... No,
okay, so who gives energy to a concept?
I don't know. I can't speak
time
to
is
matters
not
that I don't know. Yeah? Because I don't know.
So, no, but who gives the energy to a concept? For it to exist?
Everything's got energy. Time is an example.
Let's move on.
Okay, everything that we know of... Everything that we know of contains energy in one way, shape, or form.
We know that.
Right? Okay, so what is the source of everything?
Okay, let's say
energy.
Okay, where did energy come from?
Right, so I stated that everything that we know of contains energy in one way, shape or form. So that's E equals mc squared. The equation of E equals mc squared, it basically says that everything is energy, matter and energy, and the two are interchangeable. Everything is vibrating on a different frequency. Doesn't seem like these two are vibrating on the same frequency as me at the moment, but we will continue.
Like I said, energy is a source of everything.
No, where does energy come from?
Energy is eternal.
No, where's the evidence that it's eternal? Listen to me.
I said energy is eternal. He said, no, where's your evidence for that? So we're going to go to the laws of thermodynamics. So the first law of thermodynamics states that energy can be converted from one form to another with the interaction of heat, work, and internal energy, but it cannot be created or destroyed under any circumstances. So when I said everything is energy, I was actually quoting the first law of thermodynamics. Energy cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed.
I don't.
I'm going to show you how.
Yeah, show me.
Your logic already dictates. Can something come from nothing?
No, it can't.
Okay. So there's always been something, yes?
Let's go to the other.
Yeah?
Create yourself.
No. There's always been something.
Yes.
So it's eternal.
Okay, so you believe in God?
No.
That you call energy?
No.
Everything that begins to
No.
There's this energy that caused your ancestors to come, but you find it hard
But
to...
my ancestors are also part of the same energy.
Look,
Do you understand?
if God Almighty created us...
No, that's your belief.
No, but you're saying energy. What you're doing is you're replacing God with energy.
No,
You're saying
you
it's
are
energy
replacing energy
and-
with God.
Look, God Almighty created us, yeah?
No,
Yes.
you don't have. No,
Yes.
I'm going to ask you for proof. I've just
I'll
showed
tell
you
you
that
the proof. I'll tell you the
I've
proof.
proven
Look.
that everything contains energy. Yeah,
Can something come from nothing?
I agreed with no.
Can it create itself?
We agreed it's eternal.
Okay, no, one second. Can it create itself?
No, it's eternal. What do you
What's
mean?
the
Can it
evidence
create
that's eternal?
itself?
Where's the evidence that's eternal?
Hang on. All right. So hang on.
Yeah.
Talk about the universe.
So hang on.
No, I don't want to...
So hang on. If I told you that God was eternal, what would you say?
Yes, that's correct.
So I'm telling you that energy has always existed in
Yes.
one way, shape, or form.
You know, we are on the same thing. But
You know what? What
you
you're
say-
saying is wrong, you know.
Is
And
that,
I
have
think
I
why
got two of you or have I got one of you?
So, in my personal point of view, what happened here is Mohammed Hijab saw Ali Dawah. He wasn't quite understanding what was going on, and he was kind of, bogged down with a lot of, I guess, religious dogma. So, Mohammed Hijab decided to come and help his friend.
Do you want me to?
Have I got two of you?
Would you like me to answer you?
Have I got two
You
of you?
made
Have I
an
got one of you?
association. Would you like me to?
Have I got two of you? Have I got one of you?
Do you want me to?
Because then I'll bring someone in, and then we can have two.
No, you have a right to.
It's up to you. You have a right to do that.
Because Allah says in the Quran, if you don't know something, ask somebody that knows. I'm not
If
going
you
to
don't mind, do you want me to just ask you a question, right?
Go on.
The idea you've just, first of all, there's a double standard what you said, yeah? You started off by saying, if you don't mind me just saying, yeah? You started off by saying that you believe in talking to your ancestors. Then you said, that's your belief. Then you said that you don't believe in God because there's no evidences for it. Is that correct, yeah?
No, there's evidence for loads of gods, but
yeah,
no
no,
God.
but-
Hang on, but there's no evidence for any God.
One particular
being
God,
the
that
fact.
the creator
Yes.
of the universe,
There's
yeah?
no- there's
You
no-
don't believe in that God, yeah? All right, so my...
Hang on. What do you mean I don't believe in that God? There's no evidence.
So do you don't believe in the creator of an eternal creator of the universe, which is called Allah or God?
No, that's a concept that human beings created.
Okay, fine. In that case, I have something to say to you.
What do you have to say to me?
I'll say to you that you have applied yourself a terrible double standard. You know why?
So he said I've applied myself a terrible double standard because I stated that human beings create gods. Now, to my knowledge, okay, there are gods all over the planet. From the highlands of the Himalayas to the lowlands of South America, people have God concepts, but no one can actually prove their God as a fact. And this is what I'm trying to get over to these two guys. Doesn't seem to be going well though.
If I ask you, were you there to see your mum give birth to you?
No, I was not.
Okay, that means to say you don't have any... Brother, be quiet! I'm not going to say... Look. I can say...
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Don't be offended by what I'm about to say, yeah?
I don't get offended.
How do you know your dad is your dad?
Because my mom told me. I don't know
Okay,
that.
no,
It's a belief.
So hold on, please. You don't know that you're, sorry to say, but your dad isn't this guy.
I don't.
Okay, so he could be your dad.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, so you have no empirical evidence
No.
to suggest that your dad is your dad.
No.
Do you believe your dad is your dad?
I believe it.
Okay, the same thing applies to God now.
No, it doesn't.
Why does it?
Because I
You're
can.
saying,
No, it doesn't.
hold on,
Because I can
absolutely
prove
does.
my dad.
Hold on, you can't
No,
prove
I
it.
can. I can take a DNA test and
hold
prove
on.
it's my dad.
Okay.
Can I take a DNA test to prove
I'm
God?
happy you said that. I'm happy you said that.
Go on.
Because now I'm going to extend it backwards to who? Your ancestors that you love and to communicate with, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do a DNA test to prove your ancestors?
Can you do a DNA test to prove your ancestors? So it seems as if Mohammed Hijab doesn't really understand basic genetics. So my DNA and yours comes from your ancestral line. However, he believes that just because I can't physically touch my ancestors or find out who they are, then my argument is invalid.
I am my ancestors.
That does not make sense.
So I said, I am my ancestors. Well, of course we are. We are the genetics and the biology of our ancestors. That's what we are. And his response was, that does not make sense.
That is a contradiction, my friend.
I'll explain to you how.
Go on.
I'll explain to you how. Your mother and your father came together to create you, yes?
I can see it, yeah.
So are you your mother and your father also, and as well as yourself?
That doesn't know. I'm sorry. What you've said here is not making sense to all of us.
Am I your ancestor?
Who's all of us? If I'm telling you that the genetic makeup that I now hold is from my ancestors, that's pretty scientific, right? That's pretty concrete, but he's saying that it doesn't make any sense. And I'm just wondering whether or not the fact that he, I guess, holds dear to this religious system, these two are actually Muslims, if it actually stops you from thinking logically and taking science and scientific facts as actual information.
No, but the ancestors are belief. The ancestors are the same belief.
Listen, my friend, I am a living representation of them.
Yeah, the universe is a living representation.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Why not?
The universe is a living representation of energy. That's all it is.
Okay.
That's all the universe is.
Do you think that?
Hang on.
Do you think that energy always existed?
Energy has always existed.
Okay, that's false. And that exposes your cosmological ignorance.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, I'm sorry to use such a word. I do apologize.
So what's ignorant about it? You tell me.
I'll tell you why.
I have never in my life heard somebody speak so confidently with nonsense. I'm not gonna lie, Mohammed Hijab, he's speaking so confidently, but he's actually speaking nonsense. He's telling me that I'm the one, when I'm saying energy has always existed because it can't be created or destroyed, he's telling me that I'm talking nonsense.
If you know anything about science and if you know anything about physics, you know that the precept or the concept that energy cannot be created or destroyed,
right,
which is what you're referring to implicitly here, is only the case within the context of the universe.
Right.
Now, we know that the universe had an inception.
From...
Do you know what the word inception is?
From where?
Inception means beginning, right?
Right.
Now, you can't say beginning from.
So, he says the universe has an inception from. So, if I read from where the universe started, we will see energy again. According to the Big Bang, how did the universe start? For many years, cosmologists have relied on the idea that the universe formed spontaneously, that the Big Bang was a result from quantum fluctuations in which the universe came into existence from nothing. That's what scientists say. But what is a quantum fluctuation? In quantum physics, a quantum fluctuation is the temporary change of the amount of energy in a point in space. We always go back to energy, which is why I have this argument with this Mohammed Hijab character.
Do you believe that the universe had a beginning?
The universe transformed into what it was. It's not beginning.
You know, no, it's gonna
Energy was before.
No. We're talking about not inside the universe,
My
outside
friend,
the
alright, I'll prove it right now. They allocate the universe. What did he create the universe from?
Exactly, it doesn't matter, we know we created it.
No. What did allocate the universe from?
We know we created it, doesn't matter how
No, what did allocate the universe from?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, what did allocate the universe from?
matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
We know we
No.
created it.
Because you're saying energy doesn't. You're telling me energy is not eternal. That's what you're telling me, right? Wait. Let me finish. But I'm saying to you, you already agree with me, and I'll show you how. What did Allah use to create the universe?
That information is not readily available to us.
Use your logic.
We don't need to use our logic.
I'll repeat that. He said, we don't need to use our logic. So at this point in time, I'm having a conversation with logic, and he is having a conversation without it. And so I go on to ask Mohammed Hijab and Ali Dawah whether or not God is a subjective or an objective construct. Let's see what they say.
Actually, it becomes objective, actually.
Okay, so I'll ask you again. Because you tried to run around the question. I'll ask you again.
I've just answered this question.
When it comes to God,
directly.
When it comes to God,
Go ahead.
Is the way God is viewed objective or subjective?
For those who believe in the paradigm of a certain religion, it becomes objective.
Okay, so it's true to them then, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's true to them.
Objectively,
It's true to you.
They can claim objectively.
It's true.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay, so I made the same argument last week to your brother who says.
I don't care about these guys. I'm
It's fine.
speaking to me right now.
All gods are true to the people that believe in them, yes or no?
Say that again?
All gods are true to the people that believe in them.
That's true.
Okay, so then when it comes to God, is it objective or subjective?
It's objective for the person. For the person themselves.
Subjected to all those different people.
By the way, can I say linguistically?
Mate, you know what you're doing?
Do you know what you're doing?
Finding a way to run around this to answer this question.
Yeah.
Talk to your ancestors. No. You're finding a way. No, you do understand. You're smart in this, and you know.
What are you saying?
Is it universal
Is
truth?
God? Is there a universal definition? Hang on. Are people universally in
Let me teach you
agreement
something, sorry.
as to what God is or isn't?
Let me teach you something, yeah?
Yes or no?
Are people in agreement universally as to what God is or isn't? The clear answer is no. Why? Because you have Hindus, Buddhists, Sikhs, Jews, Muslims, Christians, and 1,000 other religions. So we have not, as a human race, come to a conclusion as to what God is or isn't. I don't see that being such a hard question to answer, but it seems like it is.
I know what you're saying.
Yes or no?
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
No.
They're not, are they? So then when it comes to God, is it subjective or objective?
To that person, perceptually. The reason why, Ali.
Bro, seriously, you need to stop avoiding it. Stop avoiding it.
The question is not phrased.
Stop avoiding it.
The question is not phrased properly.
No, you understand me. Again, you're starting again. You understand me,
You're
bro.
pointing at me, but you're not like.
No, but you understand me, though.
Anyways, the point is.
No, do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so answer the question if you understand what I'm saying. Stop trying to sound smart. Do the Shabir shuffle.
Just say yes.
And run around the question. Answer the question.
Just say yeah, no.
Because you understand what I'm saying.
Would you like me to answer you? then?
Shabir shuffling. But go on.
Yeah, no.
So this debate is like over an hour long. So during the debate, there were some things said back and forth from people outside of the debate, and some people outside the debate got involved, and it got a little bit, testy at times, let's say, testy at times. So what you're going to see here is myself and another guy kind of arguing about something that was said earlier on.
Call up God now. Call up God now. Call up Allah now. No, call up Allah now. You can't, can you? You can't, can you? Exactly. Same. You're just as crazy as me, bro. You know what I mean? You're just as crazy as me, bro. You can't call up Allah. Just like. Okay, give me the number for Allah. Give me the number for Allah. Give me Allah. Give me Allah's number. I got iPhone 6. Give me Allah's number. Let me speak to him. You got his number?
Have you got your answers number?
No, I haven't. I haven't. Exactly.
Yeah,
so you're just as crazy as me, bro. That's what I'm. So you're just as crazy as me. Exactly. You're just as crazy as me. Bro, we're out of line. No, allow me what? Allow me what?
No way, relax.
Allow me what? Shabir shuffle. Shabir shuffle.
There is different religions.
I don't care about how far you're concerned, bro.
There is different
I don't care how
religions.
far you're concerned, bro. I don't care.
There is different religions.
Anyway, let's go back to whether God is objective or subjective. Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Your words don't make sense in English.
My words don't make sense in English, apparently. What I've found is Mohammed Hijab has a very big following. And for me, he spends time talking about things that don't make sense but sound quite smart. What he's trying to do here, in my personal opinion, is that he's trying to act as if what I'm saying is not proper English, okay, and it doesn't make sense, so I haven't phrased it right, which means if I haven't phrased it right, then obviously I'm not making any sense. Me personally, I feel like it was a way to try and get out of the conversation because it was getting a little hot for him and Ali Dawah, but that's just my personal point of view.
What I was saying,
No, listen carefully to me. What I'm saying
Charlie,
now, bro.
I can't do this now.
This is called a lesson. Okay, I'm going to teach you now.
All right, you teach me.
No, I'm sorry. When you say is God subjective or objective, the wording does not make sense.
The view of God.
Stop.
The view of
and
God.
listen. Stop and listen.
There is an objective view, but most religions are subjective.
No, hold on.
Yes.
No, all religions are subjective.
All
All religions are subjective.
Sarah.
No, but
listen to me carefully. Subjective. You don't know what subjective and objective is. That's the problem. Like logic, I'm gonna expose this because I'm sorry to do this, but I'm gonna expose you don't know what these words mean because you've used the word logic. He retracted it. You used the word evil.
Bro,
he retracted it.
do you understand what I'm saying?
Now he's gonna retract this. I'll tell you why.
Bro, do you understand what I'm saying?
Listen to me carefully.
You're trying to sound smart and you understand what I'm saying.
Argument.
Bro, listen, listen, it's a yes or no answer.
Stop talking.
When it comes to the perception of God or what people view as God, is it objective or subjective or objective?
Can he answer this question? I don't know if he can answer this question. I just want him to answer this question. Is God a subjective or objective construct? What is it?
Now, hold on, Ali. For that individual, it's objective.
Yeah, for the individual.
Now,
collectively.
Collectively,
No, no,
everyone.
Is it subjective or objective?
Do you know what? Can I tell you something? Objectively, collectively.
Bro, you're either going to answer the question or you're not, you know? Because you know why you're not answering? Because you know that it's going to put you in a corner that you can't get out
Sarah,
of.
be quiet for a second.
You're going to put yourself in a corner you can't get out of. And I'm going to push you. I'm going to push and I'm going to push and I'm not going nowhere on this question. So you're either going to answer it or you're not. When it comes to God, collectively, is it subjective or objective?
I know what he's saying. But
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So to answer the question, if you know what I'm
would you like me
saying,
to do that?
I'm waiting.
Now,
5 minutes gone now.
Listen to me carefully. If you're saying is there different conceptions of beliefs of God, yeah, of course, yeah, that's what we believe in.
If you're saying there's different conceptions or beliefs of God, yeah, of course. So he's actually admitted to what me saying being true, but he's going to keep going.
That's what we believe in. But this is what I'm going to say to you right now. If you take it to what you call the postmodern extreme, yeah? Postmodernism is a philosophy which is really an offshoot of atheism, which is propounded by people like Nietzsche and people like Bertrand Russell and Derrida and others.
So I'm dealing with.
If you can't handle the intellectuality,
So I'm dealing with. Bro, answer the question.
if you can't handle,
Bro, seriously, answer the question.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking, but you can't handle it. Ali, let
Yeah, answer it,
me
yeah.
give it to him. But
I'm
because
waiting.
Yeah, that's what he's
I'm waiting.
You've dug it in a hole.
I'm waiting.
Worst thing to do when
Uncle,
you're
he
in a
wasn't.
hole
You
is
just
to
got
dig.
here. How you know he's in a hole?
You're
You
being
just got here.
shuffling out
You
of the
know what we're
question.
talking about.
Are you not letting me speak?
Uncle,
That's what you do when you realise you can't
You
handle
just got
it.
here. You just got here.
So what I'm saying is, if you take it to the postmodern extreme, you can say you cannot even prove your own
Thank you.
existence.
Do you understand?
Okay? Now,
So I've asked him whether or not God is subjective or objective, and he said, I can't even prove my own existence. What has this got to do with anything?
You know he's in a hole.
You're being shuffling out of the
What we're talking
question.
about.
are you not letting me speak?
Uncle,
That's what you
please.
do when you realise you can't
You
handle
just got
it.
here. You just got here.
So what I'm saying is, if you take it to the postmodern extreme, you can say you cannot even prove your own
Thank you.
existence.
Do you understand?
Okay? Now, I'm going to say to you from a
If I
postmodern...
slap you in your face, would I be existing?
No, you wouldn't.
No, I could prove.
Slap
No,
me
if
in
I was to
my
slap you,
face,
yeah, but
you wouldn't exist.
no, exactly. You see, so then we can prove our own existence, can't we?
No, we can't.
Okay, so if I slap you in your face, you know I exist, right? Okay, so then let's
You're
stop
gonna
the
cease-
argument, stop
you're
the
gonna cease to
nonsense,
exist
bro.
straight away. Just
Stop
answer
the
the
nonsense. Answer the question.
I'm answering the question that...
Okay, now, bro.
Go on.
There's children here. There's actually
Wait,
children
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Go,
Okay,
keep
so
going.
look, what I'm saying to you, yeah, is look, if you take it
I
to
can't prove my own existence.
now, if you take it to the postmodern extreme, you
Prove my own existence now, though.
you can't prove your own
I can prove it
existence.
for you if you like.
That's what I'm saying.
But don't see
so
that.
the arguments are stupid, then, isn't it?
No, it's
the arguments are stupid, right?
What are you saying? What are you saying?
What we're saying is there's
You're
different
trying to say
There is
that you can't prove your own existence. If I was to slap you in your face, you'd be pretty convinced that I exist.
How pretty
So
you wouldn't exist.
Okay,
You
so
cease to exist
oh,
in
so
a
hang on,
matter
so
of
hang on.
20
So if
seconds.
I didn't exist,
If I have my way, maybe
so hang on. So if
10.
I didn't exist, would I be able to slap you in your face? If I didn't exist?
Okay.
What are you
No,
saying?
if I didn't exist,
I'm
would I
not
be
saying
able-
we don't exist.
No, but I'm saying if you
I'm
take
saying-
it, if you take it back to the postmodern red, you would
don't understand the
bro,
philosophy.
answer the question.
Listen,
bro.
there's
Bro, I did
Like, answer the question. When it comes to God,
It depends on the
when
person.
it comes
It
to
depends
God,
on the person.
collectively,
No.
are human beings agreed upon
no,
God?
no,
They don't have
So
no,
is it
no,
objective
no,
or subjective? So
no,
what is
no,
it?
no, I'm
Is
telling
it
you no.
subjective?
It's subjective.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Ali Dawah says it's subjective. However, can Mohammed Hijab say that it's subjective?
Agreed, we're talking about disagree. Anyway, I'm not even talking to you right now. If we just agree that God is subjective, hang on. If we agree
Subjective from what angle?
from collectively.
There's no such, what you're saying doesn't make sense. So sorry. I'm going to stop everyone here. What you're saying, sorry. Ali. Philosophically,
They
what you're
agree
saying,
and disagree, then
bro,
agree and
sorry.
disagree.
What you're saying philosophically does not make any sense. The word subjectivity and objectivity depends upon a perspective, yeah? So it can only be objective in my perspective, subjective in my perspective. Science itself can be
Collectively.
subjective.
Okay, what is 1 + 1?
Okay,
No, what is 1 +
for a
1?
postmodernist, we don't know what it is.
What is 1 + 1?
For a postmodernist,
Stop
we don't
the
even know.
nonsense. What's 1 + 1?
For me, it's 2.
Okay, so has it always been 2, or was there a point in time it wasn't 2?
We believe it. But
There was a point in time when it was 456?
I agree with you.
Was there a point in time? No.
No, I agree.
Okay, so
I
we
agree
stop
with
the nonsense,
But-
bro.
no, but
1
it
+
depends.
1 is 2.
Bro,
Yes. Okay, agreed. I ain't got time for this postmodern.
Can I answer
Hang on. 1 + 1 is 2. Yes.
Finish me when you
Okay,
finish.
are you here?
Yes.
Okay. Is everyone in agreement that this guy's here?
He's deluded though.
Yeah.
You just said
Okay,
you're deluded.
hang on.
How can you
Hang on. Okay, so we all agree 1 + 1 is 2. He's here.
I'm gonna make
Is
a point.
God?
I'm gonna make a point and finish it.
Does everyone know what God is?
Everyone's got a different conception of it.
No, we don't.
He said everyone's got a different conception of God. However, at the beginning of this, actual debate, Ali said he could actually prove his God exists. I would contend that he didn't, and neither did Mohammed Hijab. So if, as a religious person, your argument is that you can actually prove your God, what's going to happen is you are actually going to fall on your face. You're going to actually look a bit stupid. I would say that for religious people going into the future, you should say, I believe this and these are my reasons for believing this. It's just that simple. You can't prove it. Just like we can prove 1 + 1 is 2, we can't actually prove God. So this was my argument.
Speaking, do we agree upon what God is? Is it subjective or objective?
Subjective. I'm telling you, man. Let me finish. He's saying because
So
it's
if my ancestors are subjective to me,
no, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You're crazy.
Let's see. 1 second.
You're crazy. You're just as crazy as me.
1 second. What Sarah is saying to us is basically there's different religions. They believe in different things. Does that mean there is not an ultimate truth?
Does that mean there is an ultimate truth? We'll end there. Is there an ultimate truth? In my personal opinion, no. I believe everybody's quote-unquote truth is different. Are there facts? Yes. And are there things that don't make sense? Yes. And when it comes to religious argument, it's one of those ongoing arguments that will continue to go on throughout the years, the decades and the centuries, and no one's ever going to come to a conclusion. However, when I was there, I really actually did enjoy this debate. If you guys want to see any more of my religious debates, by all means, I have a playlist on my channel, Sarah at Speaker's Corner. You can click, head over to there. See you there.